All right. Let's check settings.
It's on and popping.
I believe so. Just making sure my like everything is set. Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna throw on that T-shirt?
No. I wore this sweater last time.
I know. Why don't you just throw on the red one? The red fleece.
Alright.
Just to have a different color scheme. And just to...
I don't want to start keeping my real either.
I look really bundled up.
Yeah, you have like a sweater and 2 shirts on. It's like 30, it's like 60 degrees in this house.
Yeah, I guess I should layer down.
You should at least take the sweater off.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
who
yeah,
keeps this? Alright, I have a sweater on. This baby. You know I still love, this is like one of my favorite sweaters still, right?
Yeah. I'm a body you.
It's a little bit shorter on me now, but surprisingly it still fits.
It's a little shorter. Yeah, you sprouted.
But no, it's up to my waistline now.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good. I can dig it.
Can you dig it?
Yeah, there's no way this is ever zipping up all the way. Look at
It
that.
used to zip up?
Yeah. Oh no, I can zip up all the way. Oh, if I wanted to wear a turtleneck. I still love this sweater. I'm the best in depth.
All my clothes are super
I
huge.
just forgot. I have to go wash my face.
Yeah. Do your thing,
And I
man.
put the sweater on by accident. I just gotta hang this up.
All my clothes are super huge.
More big and tall. More so big. I'm kidding.
Thanks.
It's good to be king, baby.
Crazy.
What a good day.
Guess there's no reason to cover it. I feel like I'm gonna get hot in this. Test. Mic check 1 2 12. We're spitting live and direct from the atrium in the Admiral's Enterprise. Mr. Kane is otherwise indisposed at the moment. We just got home from school. And he wants to get something in his belly. Because I guess he doesn't really like school lunch. I hope you can hear me. Again, mic check 1 2 12. I guess if I speak at this volume, yeah, you're going to hear me all fucking day. But I most likely will not. We'll trail in and out. And I'm going to take advantage that Mr. Kane is not here and talk about stuff that I know he is not privy to. If only for the fact that he really doesn't care about it. But I do. So, I will take the microphone and attempt the endeavor of going through these little stories. The Stingray Suitcase used by the NYPD. It's pretty much like a dummy cell tower that it rounds up all the cell numbers in a given area. Phones around it connect, giving the police accurate location data on the phone, even if no calls are being made at that moment. Now, cell tracking is a violation of privacy, I feel. But I don't know. I mean, nowadays, people don't even care. People know. People know that everything's being tracked. Look at my man Snowden. What's his name? Robert Snowden? I believe his initial is R. I just don't know if it's Robert. But he's in Russia right now, exiled, because he felt the need to let everybody know that the NSA was monitoring and recording all of our emails, all of our correspondence, all of our, meaning the U.S. citizens of the United States, all of us, our Google searches and our Facebook posts, as benign and irrelevant as that might be, because most people are not terrorists, still kind of weird that it's being round up and just compiled, just save all this information, just save it for a rainy day, fuck it, just want to know what the, Pissbot 452 is talking about today, everything and all things must be categorized. And if I remember correctly, I believe that they built a special place to house umpteenth degrees of terabytes worth of information, but they collect daily something like 6 times the amount of information that is in the Library of Congress. So if you could wrap your head, imagine the Library of Congress, like probably the biggest and best library in the nation. 6 times that amount of information is being compiled daily by the NSA. My man risked his life, came out, spoke about it, let everybody know, just felt wrong doing it. And he put his own life at risk. Well, at least his freedom, because nobody killed him. It's not like FBI and NSA tried to kill him, to our knowledge. But he felt the need to run to Russia for safety. Think about that little tidbit of information. He's in Russia, a communist country, where he pretty much probably lives as a prisoner. And he's not just chilling, gallivanting around, the Soviet Union doing whatever he wants, or former Soviet Union. Yet he feels safer there than coming here. Because if he was to step foot on American soil, I'm pretty sure he'd be arrested and put in jail for the rest of his life. You could argue that he committed treason. I guess legally he did. He had a job with the government, shadow government, whatever. He had a covert job that wasn't the greatest morally, which is why I guess he wrestled with the work he was involved in. With the work he was involved in, he wasn't happy. He couldn't look himself in the mirror. Or he at least couldn't look at everybody around him, knowing that they were not aware that every and all things in their life was being monitored. Only because everybody uses technology. Everybody uses a cell phone. Everybody's grandmother's cousin's parakeet's owner has a Facebook page. I mean, really, this goes deep. So every time he's going to Dunkin' Donuts for coffee, every time he's living his life, just running around, all these people around him, he felt, are not aware that their privacy was being violated. I mean, that's basically what it boils down to. And, I mean, this whole cell tracking thing with the Stingray Suitcase, I want to say, like the ACLU or something. I could be wrong. I don't want to misquote. The Civil Liberties Union. According to the Civil Liberties Union, they're not compiling text or emails. They're only tracking criminals with a wide range of offense. Excuse me. They're only tracking criminals with a wide range of offenses, including kidnapping, assault, rapes, robberies, and even murder. It sounds good, but just playing devil's advocate, would the police commissioner or their representatives tell you if they were compiling information? They say that nothing could be erased off the internet. So even though they're getting that stuff and saying, oh, no, that's not applicable. Not that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need this stuff from those people. It's still going through some type of server. You know, maybe the NSA is grabbing that shit up too. Even though supposedly now things have changed and you know, they need warrants to do whatever they want. Again, I highly doubt that. Robert Snowden was exiled of Russia, exposing the truths and the truths. And the United States of America thanks him for enlightenment by threatening his freedom. Yeah, I said that already. I pretty much said that. The Stingray briefcase has been used 1,000 times since 2008. That's 1,000 times that they're telling us. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just sounds weird. And they don't even need a warrant to use it. The NYPD does not... A warrant to use the device is not required. But the department says standard practice is to get a, quote, pen register court order, which is a lower standard than a warrant. But, you know, got a lot of cowboys, and it just sounds like a lot of red tape and paperwork. We all know how cops love doing paperwork. I'm pretty sure they're putting in for those pen register court orders all the fucking time. If they have a hunch about something and they're a man on the street, they see suspicious guy, you know, for whatever reason, you know, they say, oh, that might be a terrorist. You know, that might be somebody we should listen in on his phone call. But they're calling it in. I need one of those pen register court orders real quick before he crosses the street and gets out of our range. Sounds weird. Just sounds weird. It doesn't sound like they're...
Yo, kids, it's me, Shaq.
Yes, Mr. Kane has joined the show.
Had to eat some food there. I don't think I have an undershirt on, but we won't talk about that.
Ooh, tantalizing. Fancy feast. I was just talking shit about cops and how they're invading our privacy.
Yes, the famous Porky Pigs. Go cook some bacon out of you. No? No bacon?
No bacon.
No.
Could we close that shade?
Could we close that shade?
Because I see a glare. I think it's coming out on the camera. Yeah, the blue thing as well. You know, get as much darkness as we can in here. That way they can see a solid picture. We better?
Yep.
We better?
Yeah. Need this here, bro. Okay.
Why? What's going on?
Like, I need this in reach.
I know, but why is it changing? We never were... The mic is always here. Why is it changing?
I need this in reach for a sec. I need to...
Okay.
Move this over here.
All right, do that. You can go around the mic, I guess, if you have to. Only because we need the microphone kind of close. I was checking the levels, you know, just doing mic checks and stuff, and I could see where it clips.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, you want to keep it a good distance and stuff.
So how we all doing tonight? Today.
Today, yeah. I don't know. How are we doing?
I don't know.
I had a few. I didn't really have a tirade. I didn't have a tangent to go on, but I had like one more thing about the cops. Only about the New York City officer who was found guilty of manslaughter.
Finally, a cop's guilty of something.
Yeah, but he's an Asian cat, and he's a rookie. So I feel he's just a scapegoat. I feel after all the things, you know, the Gardner case with the choking and all the crazy shit that has gone on in the United States of America, not even in only New York, I feel there had to be an example. They had to show, hey, look, we do, you know, prosecute officers that go above and beyond what they're supposed to be doing.
They prosecuted a rookie. You're not fooling anyone.
It's just kind of weird. His name was... Well, his name is Peter Liang.
Peter Liang.
Like I said, he's a rookie. And the DA in New York said, there's no winners in this situation.
Man, no winners in this situation?
Like, there's no winner. Like, oh, you know how the family didn't get no justice? Because, you know, that person is still dead. Guy Gurley. That's the man who died. Rest in peace. The fucking guys opened the door in the projects, going up 16 floors, whatever. He opened the door with the tip of his gun. He pushed the door open while his finger was on the trigger. So when the door opened all the way, boom, it went off and shot the guy.
That sucks.
That sounds crazy.
That's not good at all.
It doesn't sound like exactly what happened at all. But that's the story, and they're sticking to it. And that story got my man a manslaughter charge. Manslaughter, I think, is second degree. It's not, you know, maybe the maximum he can get is 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
He'll probably do 3 to 5.
He probably won't really do any of that.
You know? I don't know, man. I just don't like that. What the DA said that, you know, nobody wins in the situation, which is, I guess, semantics. It's kind of true because Guy Gurley is still dead. His family is still mourning his loss. Ain't nothing going to bring him back. But you know what? The man that put him in the ground is also suffering. That sounds like justice.
That is.
He's not walking free, living and chilling like all these other officers that do things to people, murder them, or the so-called criminals end up dead while they're, you know, in their possession or whatever. I don't know how to say it right now. I can't word it right. And, you know, it's just crazy. Every time, there's not even an indictment.
Jesus.
An indictment means that a grand jury...
Break my microphone.
A grand jury even agrees and said, yeah, something illegal went on here. So let's have a trial. It never even gets past that.
Well,
So this went past it, and they actually got a prosecution. You know, the man was found guilty of manslaughter. You know?
Well, at least there was some justice done. Pretty good.
Yeah, I had, you know, I mean, I wrote pretty much what I just freestyled. That, granted, there's no bringing the victim back, but knowing his murderer is locked up as opposed to living life carefree out and about is a good start. Rest in peace, Guy Gurley. I'm sorry that you had to die for a stupid mistake. If you believe the story, awesomely stupid mistake. I mean, wow. Who opens a door using a gun? You know, I'm going to use the barrel of my gun to push open this door while my finger's on the trigger. You know, this sounds like a rookie mistake. You know, it sounds crazy. And that's about it. What's up with you? I mean...
I got,
Tell me something, bro.
I don't know. I don't really have anything. I've been playing a lot of League of Legends.
We talked about that last time. Moving on.
Sorry, man. I don't have anything. When I said I was gonna do research, I didn't really get anything except that.
Don't look at me. There's a camera right there. Look at the camera.
That
Tell them why didn't you do your job?
That they that I didn't do my job because I didn't feel like it. But I do have we did get some feedback on Facebook about the show.
You're lucky I just let you shush me and I didn't say anything. So be happy that I let that one slide because I want you to do something.
Oh man. Okay.
Don't do that. It's they hear it really bad. I noticed that last time whenever we tapped the table.
Typing.
No, just tapping the table.
Yeah, I know. What's it called? The Kanye West has dropped a new album, The Life of Pablo. I don't know really anything about it, actually.
I attempted to get it today, but they don't sell it in the stores. You can only buy it online at some value.com or some vault.com. I don't know. Something with a V.
Everything's going digital nowadays.
And it's not about going digital. It's about him not wanting to pay a middleman. He don't want Sam's Club or Target or fucking Best Buy getting 10% of the sale. He's on some old, I could get 100%. You know, he's on some old, but doing that, he got his shit stolen.
Of Pablo.
Because having to put it up only on digital, 500,000 illegal downloads. You lost about $10 million, my dude.
Such as this one.
They did the fucking math. It's not gonna let you play. You gotta download.
No, this is on YouTube.
Yes, you can't play it. Press play. You'll hear nothing.
I don't know my volume.
Press play. Yeah, you'll hear nothing. That's what I just told you.
Yeah.
Think he's stupid? You think they're stupid? He wants people to pay. He don't want you here for free. He just lost $10 million. Didn't you hear what I just told you?
Yeah.
And he's gonna let people put it on fucking YouTube? Wherever you go on YouTube, you're gonna have to download a link.
Audio stopped working, yeah.
You're gonna have to download a link and do all types of stuff.
I just want to see who's on this. We got Chance.
Now, you can go and hear snippets if you go to like, not iTunes. If you go wherever they sell it,
yes,
they have 30 seconds of each song, which is useless. You're not gonna get, because the songs are all intro.
What's it called? He has some really famous people on this album.
It doesn't matter. That's useless information. Because you got, everybody got famous people on the album. Even corny rappers. Name me a rapper that you like, and he'll have Nas, Jada Kiss, and you know, all the rappers. You know?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
It means nothing. It don't mean shit. What it means is you delivering some good music. Is you putting down a dope-ass album. I don't know, brother. It's what? The Life of Pablo or some shit it's called?
Yeah, I said the title yesterday.
What is it?
The Life of Pablo.
Yeah, so he's Pablo Escobar now. Well, if you didn't know, Pablo Escobar's dead. So you're a walking dead man? I don't know, because you're not a drug dealer. Not even a little bit. You went to college, remember? I remember the first albums. College Dropout, all that jazz. You made beats. And that's dope. You make dope fucking beats. But trying to embrace something you're not. I don't know what's up with that shit. The Life of Pablo. Whatever, man.
I don't know.
But I tried to get it because I figured it'll have good instrumentals, you know? Something dope. I like music. That's, who doesn't? Who doesn't like music? But you can't get it out there. You know what I'm saying? I did the rounds, and you cannot. So, I got to hit the bootleg spot, I guess. Maybe somebody was savvy enough to buy it, and then download it, and then make bootlegs of it. You know, then that'll be dope.
That is in my way. You know, I know you can put it back. I'll just use the trackpad. It's in my, like, literally, I almost just knocked down the microphone because you want it there.
I don't want it there. It's always been there. For 5 episodes, yes. It was never a problem before today.
Talk. I got nothing to talk about yet. If it's something boring, don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't.
Something boring?
I don't want to hear about politics. I don't want to hear about whatever you have in there. Dead famous people. You know, you're putting me to sleep.
That was one time that I talked about
putting me to sleep with all this.
So, nothing about life then. Nothing about sports. Nothing about knowledge. Nothing about pop culture. What the fuck you want to talk about then? There's nothing left.
There's music and video games.
No, people don't want to hear about video games.
That sucks. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We got music still, and music is infinite. So there you go.
We got music. The new album that just came out, we don't have.
Okay.
So how can we talk about it?
Then you find something to talk about. You have a list.
I always have a list. Because I'm always thinking. Every time I hear something interesting, I put that little tidbit like a nugget, like a nougat, put it in my little pocket, right next to my lighter.
What are you doing? Silence.
I guess we don't all live like that.
I don't think we all live like that.
Woo!
Ouchie. You are a loud man. Please.
You have to enunciate.
I don't think
When you speak and you rocking on stages, you can't worry about microphones. You gotta
testosterone.
dig from down here, right down here,
Your
and you
testosterone
fucking
level.
enunciate. You get it to the last chair in the room.
Your testosterone
You make sure
levels are too
everybody
high.
hears. What?
Your
What?
testosterone levels are too high. Please calm down.
Too hot? What? Too what?
Did I?
Talking nonsense. Nonsensical.
I'm trying.
Lackadaisical.
I'm trying not to leave the room right here. Oh, you're not in. Move in more.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Thing on my hand is so annoying.
Okay. Well, after technical difficulties, we're back.
I took off the sweater.
Yeah, I gotta take off my shit too. I'm too hot.
Too hot in here.
We got hot. Shit popped off. Shit went sideways. But the wheels have not fallen off.
And we have straightened the wheels with a nice screwdriver and an installed handy cam.
You know how to steal a car, people.
Hot wire.
No, screwdriver. Screwdriver's right.
Oh, you can screwdriver. I didn't
Old school cars, you could stick a screwdriver right into the steering column. You could use a fucking penny or a quarter. But I can't see without my shades. This is not gonna
Put
be
the shades on.
No, but that's not my
How
shades.
about
Those are my stupid glasses.
How about that? I look good with glasses.
I just wanted to
Ooh, that hurts.
talk about something quick on science.
Science.
All right.
Wonderful.
Everybody knows who Einstein is.
The famous Albert Einstein.
Okay.
My man.
So he wrote a paper about 100 years ago on gravity, gravitational pull. Put it like this. I'm going to make a long story short. Before Einstein, people followed my man with the apple.
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton. That's my boy right there.
All right. So he explained gravity, his way. Einstein found a better mathematical breakdown way to explain
I mean,
gravity.
he's Einstein, so you already knew from the beginning that man was going to win.
And so basically recently, like in the last 2 weeks, scientists found. I don't know how to say this.
What?
I don't know how to say it
Let me see.
because it's just jumble of
E
something that Einstein wrote about the waves of space and time. They just proved it at the Hadron Collider, which is a big thing. CERN. It's called CERN, CERN, where they hit protons and electrons together, and dark matter comes out. So they study dark matter and all that jazz. Something that Einstein wrote about 100 years ago, they just discovered it. It's real, you know, whatever. So how do you discover something that my man already wrote about 100 years ago? You know, trying to get fame off another motherfucker's work. You know, that's all. That's really what I wrote. That's how I felt when I heard the story, and that's all I wanted to say about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The cool thing I like about Einstein is that he's just a beast. I mean, come on, he discovered a lot of stuff, right? What was one of the things he discovered? You're smart. Come on, tell us. Come on.
I mean, he wrote papers.
He's just E equals MC squared. It stands for something. I don't know it at this moment.
Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared.
Like, who thinks of that? Who just goes one day?
What he did was he merged things. So space and time was two separate things.
Yeah. Before
he said, no, it's the same exact thing. Space time.
Who just thinks of that one day? Who just goes, you know, I'm eating a piece of toast. Space and time are the same thing.
He used to do it imagining on a bus. He would sit on the bus ride to his job. He worked at a patent office. And he would sit on the bus and look at the clock tower in the middle of the city where he lived, and would imagine, what if I was on a beam of light, traveling on a beam of light from here to the tower? You know how when you're on the train and the train passes you, and you kind of hear the horn.
Yeah.
It kind of changes when it passes you. Same shit with music. If you're on the street and people bumping beats in a car, you hear it different when it passes you than when it's behind you. Yeah. And especially when it's right beside you. So he could do that all in his head. Yeah. He didn't need a laboratory. That's how smart he was.
That's just how
he would do
beast he was.
Thinking man's observations and
he's a theoretical physicist is his title that Google gave him. Like on
that
his
sounds
Wikipedia
just about
stuff,
right.
Theoretical physicist.
That sounds just about right.
What I like about Einstein.
What do you like about Einstein?
Is here, I'll pull it up on the screen. We got his mixtape. You can see right here we got his mixtape called Trapology. You know, by Gucci Mane. Parental advisory. I mean, come on.
It's not
we
real.
never knew.
Oh my God!
I came here to solve X.
I didn't know Einstein had such rock hard abs.
Did you never know that he wore these type of clothes back in the day?
What's up with all these memes?
These are the thug life Einstein.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
You like this one?
That's funny.
I can't tell if that's a man or a woman.
Let's hope it's a woman.
Please don't be a man.
No, let's just say it's a woman.
She has a manly back.
But smooth legs. So let's hope it's a woman and keep it fucking moving.
Look at this. They keep Einstein wherever.
Thug life. Ha ha ha. That's funny.
Einstein is just.
But yeah, they just proved it.
Yo.
You know.
I just saw one.
I wish I could be more in depth, but the truth is, most people probably don't even care. If I could explain it, nobody would really give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's Einstein. It's just a lot of science stuff. Speaking of science, this is a little bit of an old story. About a week ago, this happened. There was a scientist, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
He got into a conflict with one of the rappers, B.O.B., and B.O.B. tried to make a diss track because B.O.B. said the earth is flat. Because this is a YouTuber named Tila Tequila, and she thinks that she's a goddess sent from places. I don't know what she thinks. She's stupid. But she thinks the earth is flat.
She thinks the earth is flat.
And so does B.O.B. And B.O.B. and he tweeted that out on Twitter, and that scientist...
Why? Because they're looking at a topographical map on YouTube?
I don't know. Neil, he went like this, though. He tweeted at them saying something like, I don't know what sort of drugs you have been taking or something like that, but the earth is not flat if you have not noticed. In fact, it is a spherical
orb.
It's a sphere,
like yes.
And he tried to make a diss track, and Neil deGrasse Tyson came back with his own diss track.
I can't even entertain
Scientist made a diss track.
I can't even entertain
that man is a thug. Coming from,
I can't entertain this. That's crazy shit. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
He's the guy from Cosmos.
He works, and well, they canceled that show. He works at the Hayden Planetarium.
Yeah.
He's like the director.
Yeah.
He's the one that took Pluto away as a planet.
Pluto. Why would they take Pluto away?
Because Pluto, they noticed out where Pluto is, there are ice bodies. There are planets bigger than Pluto. Yeah. So how come they're not planets, he said. Because they're not planets, they're just big rocks of ice.
I don't know.
So if they're not planets, then Pluto shouldn't be a planet. And they had a big vote at a conference and everything, and they voted the planetary, the planetary title was taken away from Pluto. So instead of 9 planets, we have 8. Yeah, thanks to him. Like 3rd graders all around America wrote him letters hating on him and all this shit,
I don't know, but next thing you know, they're gonna take away the because of the joke, they're gonna take away the planet Uranus. I mean, Uranus.
This is the kind of dry humor you'll get on The Sun and I.
It's good to be king, baby.
This is the kind of whack-ass humor you'll get on The Sun and I.
Can't believe they say the Earth is flat. Who does that? What are you on?
Even... I can't even believe I'm entertaining this conversation. Even back when 1492 Columbus sailed the ocean blue, even back then, where most people thought the Earth was flat, some people already knew it was round.
Because it's common sense. You can't just keep going in a straight line.
They thought you would fall off the edge.
Earth is not a box.
They thought you would fall off the edge. That's what people thought. For hundreds, for thousands of years. Now, we're primitive. Humans are primitive. I mean, we went from ooga, and making the wheel, sparking to make fire, and a wheel, and so when you finally make a boat and you look out far straight, it looks like a straight line at the edge.
It does.
Looks scary.
We have taken the.
But we have the technology, B.O.B. Even if you don't believe that we landed on the moon and that they took a picture of the Earth, which is a famous picture. It's called the Blue Orb. The Blue Marble. It's a famous picture of the Earth from the moon. Even if they were on a soundstage, if we'd never been to the moon. Have you ever looked out into the cosmos? Everything out there is spherical.
Oh, gotcha there, man. Gotcha
everything.
There.
From our moon to Uranus to Saturn. Everything's a circle. We're the only fucking piece of paper in the middle of the fucking universe.
He thinks we're a square.
Yeah. We're the only fucking square in the universe. Common sense, dogs. That's how come in 1492. By 1492, there was a consensus among scientists and certain people. Everybody didn't think the world was flat no more. Because they had telescopes. And they looked in the fucking galaxy and they saw everything out there is circular. Guess we live on a circle.
I'm not even gonna entertain this.
So that's how come people started to say maybe we live on a circle. Everything's a fucking circle. So
we understand. We know it's a circle. Now it's not even entertain this, man. But speaking of B.O.B., that just reminded me of something. I've been watching a lot of Bob Ross lately.
Have you?
The painter. I love to watch his Joy of Painting. So relaxing.
Rest in peace, right? Didn't he pass?
He passed away, but he was a good guy. I know that
he was a good guy.
He was an amazing painter. He'll make it look so easy. Like
he did.
He'll be like
happy little tree,
right here.
Happy little bush.
Matter of fact,
happy little cloud.
Bob Ross, you're the man. All right. Matter of fact, let me get this man B.O.B. off my computer. Bob Ross. Look at these paintings. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up for you. Because these paintings are just godlike. I mean, look at these.
Every day he painted a new painting.
Look at
kind of remarkable that he had a TV show with every day he paints a new painting.
And he would paint this on the TV show.
In front of you, yeah.
He'd be like...
in a half hour, from blank canvas...
He'll make this.
To that. Yeah,
And
pretty
this.
fucking dope.
I watched this episode. He did this. He took 2 colors and like mixed them in with a brush and patted it down and kind of brushed it down, and he made that.
Yeah.
I saw some guy on YouTube trying to do that
Yeah,
too.
dope techniques.
He said this. He took both brushes, put them in like this, tried to make it like that. It came out to lines.
It came out
like
not
straight.
as good, yeah.
Bob Ross, how'd you doing, man?
He's a painter. He's an artist.
Look at this man.
He had the technique, and he tried to show the people.
Just-
He would use the chisel edge to do things, and he had techniques. When you learn things, when you do art, I know this from doing graffiti, you learn tricks. Like I remember once upon a time, when I used to chill in Basement Graphics, my man Cheese.
Cheese.
No, man, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? He's a
Cheese.
dope artist. He has a store downtown Jersey City. It's on Brunswick between 1st and 2nd Street. Sorry, I don't know the name that I can't promote it properly.
Yeah.
But Cheese showed me a trick on how to give things 3D. So say you do a letter. Let's say the letter I, for example. The letter I. You put a dot at the edge of the paper. Then use a ruler. And every corner of your letter, draw to that dot, right? Draw to the dot. And then you cover the dot. Like let's say you shade in that dot and you cover those where you draw your lines to.
Yeah, you're making a 3D shape.
You'll have a 3D fucking shape.
It's basically
perfect
lines.
3D, dog.
It's just lines.
And he showed me that trick. You know what I'm saying? He showed me that trick. Those are all things artists pass to each other. Through life you learn little things.
Oh,
and
I forgot. Sorry.
I use that move to now to do 3D on stuff.
I mean, you can't lie. Most of these painters and guys nowadays, they keep coming out with albums. Bob Ross with $2 signs. Happy Trees Forgive. The Untouchable Public Broadcast Service presents Bob Ross. Look at them chains.
Okay, could we stop promoting
This is
other
my
people's
son
memes?
Rick. Look at these memes.
People can't see all the little baby memes. It's okay.
I know Boondocks had an episode where they put Bob Ross and he was like, I don't like the police. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Besides that, I don't know. I've just been watching a lot of different things lately. How about that show Making a Murder on Netflix?
I don't know. That's old news, and I never watched not even one episode. I don't really care. Yeah, I don't really care.
Man, how about anything with Stephen Hawking? Stephen Hawking, I got anything new?
No.
My man Steve.
No.
I know him personally.
I do have further news on the Blake Griffins story. That he broke his hand on Matthias Testi's face.
Yes.
His last name is Testi.
Testicles.
No. It's Matthias Testi.
Mr. Testicles.
Reportedly, nobody really knows what they fought about in that restaurant a month ago or 3 weeks ago in Canada. But they're basically saying that he was teasing Blake Griffin and said something to the effect of, "We're better without you."
Ooh, burn.
Because people say he's weak. Blake Griffin, they say that he don't, like when people taunt them on the court or straight up foul him hard, that he don't retaliate. They call him weak.
He doesn't say anything.
And for whatever reason, the guy was fucking with him and saying that the team was better without him. So he pummeled him in the head.
I guess he got really mad then.
He punched him in the head. He jumped over the table they were sitting at in the restaurant and punched him in the head.
What a savage.
And then when they were escorted out or told to leave or whatever, when they left in the parking lot, hit him in the head again. He released a statement. Blake Griffin did. He said it was a situation between two friends that kind of got out of hand, and I exercised poor judgment.
Dang.
Kind of got out of hand? Kind of?
Kind of got
out of hand? You shattered your hand on his head. Twice you hit him, not once. If it got out of hand and you lost your head, maybe drinking was involved, I could understand the first hit. Then you had time to dwell on this hit. You're walking outside, and you decide to hit him again.
And then you say, you know what? I think I want to hit him with the right hook, not the left hook this time.
I don't like
the right hook.
I don't like my glasses.
You look smart. You look sophisticated.
I look weird because the stupid glare.
It's not that bad.
Nah, it's really bad.
You done with your story? Or yeah, there's more news on
on the Matthias Testy,
testicles.
it seemed like a sincere apology, but
It probably was not sincere. He was probably still like, sorry for breaking my hand over your face.
Though he seemed sincere in his apology and alluded to an NBA investigation, I don't feel he's truly sorry for his actions.
Yeah, he's probably not.
He's more sorry. Oh yeah, I said it right. I don't feel he's truly sorry for his actions more than he's sorry for bringing about all of this negative press, bringing this negative light upon himself and the team. You know, it's like that thing, if you get caught stealing, you're not really sorry that you stole. You're sorry because you got caught. You know, people cry all the time when they go to jail and when they're in court. They're not crying because of the crime they committed, because they feel bad. They're crying because their freedom is about to be taken away.
Go to jail. Forget their freedom, about their life, maybe. Jail's a scary place. Scary place.
But they're friends, Matthias Testy and Blake Griffin. He supposedly bought him a car. They've been on vacation together. I mean, but he punches him in the head at a crowded restaurant.
Maybe he was drunk.
Goes outside and hits him again in the head while they're in the parking lot.
The world may never know what really happened that night.
This sounds crazy, dog.
But
I'd love to know why.
Speaking of punches,
but it's highly doubtful that any of us will ever learn what really transpired on that night.
Yeah.
To finish up the story, according to the LA Clippers head coach Doc Rivers, he says that Mr. Griffin will not be traded because of the incident.
Really?
But the NBA has suspended him for a number of games, fines notwithstanding. So we don't know if he's going to get fined after the fact. How many games he's been suspended, I have no idea.
Probably not a lot. I mean, come on, it was a punch or two. But speaking of punches...
It's violence. You can't wait to segue, so what? Punches what?
I can't wait to segue. No, let's finish your thing. Speaking of punches, there is a rapper, Joey Badass. Obviously, some of you may know him, some of you may not. But you know the rapper A$AP Rocky. I show you a lot of times. He supposedly, a lot of rappers look like him, and
is that a racist statement?
I don't know.
Black?
But everyone calls they either call a lot of people call rappers like Joey Badass, Travis Scott, hey A$AP Rocky when they're outside and stuff.
Okay.
And supposedly the story goes right here. There's footage that a man called him A$AP Rocky, a photo guy, called him A$AP Rocky and like touched his head like this. Therefore, Joey Badass striked with a few punches to his face.
Play it. This is from TMZ.
Yeah.
Nah. He didn't get a good punch in. No. He touched him in the head. I don't need his feedback. I don't care what he says.
But yeah.
Look. If you pause right there, he doesn't really get a good punch. Like, to punch, you got to have clear and you got to connect. Oh, right away, his arm is engulfed in like 3 fucking people. So he can't possibly come in with good force if the movement of his arm is being blocked by homeboy's underarm. You know what I mean?
Right here, it wasn't that he called him the wrong name. He
touched him in the head. That's disrespectful.
And came in,
but
didn't get a good hit.
He can't punch. That wasn't a punch.
Did not get a good hit. But that was the guy right there. That's the guy right there. I guess he comes forward and he
Who's the guy? You got to point over here. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll go with it again. He gets smacked in the head. But you could know who the guy is. That guy right there.
With the pink shirt, the purple peach.
You can tell.
He went under the arm. We punched him where?
And look.
Rewind slowly. He never connected. Where did he connect? He didn't connect. His fist never touched my man's face.
And back again.
Look.
Boom.
Okay, where? He punched him in the underarm.
He punched him in the underarm, and then he grabs him by his face.
Okay, grabbing him in the face and punching him in the face is 2 different things.
Oh, under the arm.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there, and he's being ripped off the guy. They're being ripped apart.
I think. Oh no.
Yeah, he swung again a little bit, but what? A little tap on top of the head.
You think little taps are a little different. I don't know. We won't really know. I don't care what these guys think. You know, I'm not here to
to promote them. They got enough fucking promotion.
They got 2 million subscribers. I mean, come on.
But and yeah, no more stories from TMZ.
I don't want a story from TMZ. I wish I could have got the footage raw, but
I mean, you see right away, and people that saw it on their own, you see it in your house, so it's not so tiny. You could see clear as day he doesn't get a clean shot. There's too many people around. My man's too close. By the time he taps him on top of the head, the punch is coming to me. It's coming under my arm to my face, and this whole section caught a lot of it.
He comes in like this.
Yeah.
He comes in, gets under, and then tries to.
Yeah.
Tries to
None of it ever He never
reach.
He never connects.
Gets here, and then he tries to like grab him.
He never connects. He never connects.
And then they get ripped off. All that. Joey Badass, I like your music, man. If you're watching this, you ever want to collaborate on a song, I got you. I got these bars. I spit this fire. I put dragons out of business. All right?
I hope you didn't get that metaphor from somebody else.
Nope. I made it. Finally. It took me 3 hours to make, though. But I made it. I physically made it. I'm on tap on the desk because he told me
that. It took you 3 hours.
To make that metaphor, yes.
To make one metaphor.
I'm not very good at making things.
But you're offering to collaborate with a person who just came out of the Kanye West fashion show.
Oh man, he's gonna have to wait just a little bit. Come on, you gotta give me some time to make my
He's not giving you shit.
Make my music.
You don't gotta give you shit.
I make art, all right.
All right.
I make art. It takes a good chunk of time.
That it does.
You're an artist, you know. Taking time.
No, I don't take time.
I forgot you could write
a
song.
I blow shit out really
minutes.
fucking quick. Yeah, that's how I do.
Didn't you write a song in the studio once and really fast? They told you to write 16 bars for a part, and you wrote it like in 10 minutes or something like that for that Sour Diesel song?
And more than one occasion.
On more than one occasion, but I'm saying that as an example.
As an example, yeah. I don't know how long it took me to write it.
This man right here.
I don't know how long it took me to write it, but it was a beat that they had tried to give to other people at other times in the lifespan, and no one could really catch the beat. You know, whatever, it happens, I guess, whatever. I heard the beat, shit was fire, shit was dope. I wrote 16 bars. And, you know, whatever, I'm not timing it. It was definitely under 20 minutes. I'm not crazy, I remember, you know, and whatever. I mean, if you write, you're supposed to write. And I'm not talking about just rushing or whatever, you know, just throwing shit together because these words rhyme. If there's a topic, we about to talk about something, tell me what's popping. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want to talk about. And I will do my damnedest to write about it. You know, and when you got a Rolodex of line, not to cut you off, but when you got a plethora of fucking words, you read a lot, you know a lot, whatever, it's easier to write, I guess.
This man watches History Channel for fun, ladies and gentlemen.
I come from the school of Sire the Silencer. Rest in peace, my nigga, Juan Cortez. Reading dictionaries. My mom bought me a dictionary for Christmas one time, and I wasn't mad. I was souped the fuck up.
A dictionary? That's $60 right there. That could be used for some
Webster's dictionary, like this fucking thick.
That's like $100.
No lie. It was blue. I remember.
I know there was really fucking dope. There's a girl in my school that enjoys reading the encyclopedias. She has from A to D right now, or something like that.
Cover to cover, cover to cover. Like, Sai used to just page 112 and just copy every word and definition to broaden his fucking vocabulary.
I want to do that, but I probably
one by fucking one. Because when you write stuff down, it helps you remember. Anybody that anybody who's ever went to school, you know that, yeah, reading in the classroom is whatever. If you listen, you got less studying to do at home. But there ain't nothing like when you go home and write down the vocabulary words that they give you for that chapter, and you got to write the definitions for it. There's a reason they're making you do that. It's because it's proven statistically that when you write stuff down, you're more likely to remember it. That's
If
what it is.
you're watching the video and you're wondering what I'm doing right here, I'm just dabbing.
Dabbing at what? What did you win? What did you just win?
It's a dance move.
No, I know what it is, but did you just score a touchdown and I missed it?
I don't know. Yeah.
Did I miss it?
Yeah. Nah, I didn't score a touchdown. But what I did score is these bars. I mean, come on, people.
Keeps on. And he keeps on. So, whatever. One more thing.
I'm a chef, too, if you didn't know. I could bake very well.
One more thing. From sports. I'm surprisingly doing a lot of sports lately. It is what it is.
What, have you been watching too much football?
No, football finished, but there's a prominent women's group called Ultraviolet. And that's the name of the women's group.
Yeah.
They want Papa John and Nationwide Insurance to fire Peyton Manning as their spokesman because yeah, well, all right.
I'm done.
What happened was, all right, bug out though.
Fire that man.
There's a lawsuit against the University of Tennessee. Alleging that the school covers up incidents that involve women being disrespected. You know,
Ouch. Ouchie.
Ouchie. A part of a culture of sexual harassment on campus.
That sucks.
The lawyer says Peyton Manning's in this lawsuit. But only as an example. Because back in the days, he's getting a massage. Back in 1996, getting a massage by a female trainer. He mooned a teammate. And somehow his dick and balls ended up in the girl's face. The guy says he's a liar. I wanna make sure I say the story right. The guy's name is...
What's his name?
Malcolm Saxon.
Malcolm Saxon.
He put out a statement back then saying, Peyton, you need to come clean, and, you know, blah, 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 blah. But according to Sean King, a writer for the Daily News, Peyton Manning's father, Archie, covered it up. You know, pulled strings, made power moves, including, you know, called fucking radio stations and to defame the character of the woman who alleged that Peyton put his genitals in her face.
Not to interrupt you,
but you are interrupting me. I want to finish the thought, and then you can tell me what information you just pulled up.
Connects to the story.
I understand that, but I'll lose my train of thought like I just did.
Keep going.
But go ahead. You got info. Go ahead.
This whole little story thing. Apparently, that guy Malcolm Saxon you were talking about just released. This is the story's title. Malcolm Saxon's letter to Peyton Manning speaks louder than any other evidence.
I just said he wrote a letter.
I brought the letter up. I'm gonna read it to you.
Please don't read that whole letter.
I'll read it. I'll snip it a little bit.
He just says in the letter, basically, come clean.
All right. If you want it, I'll put the link in the description. If you want to read it yourself.
All right. He basically says to Peyton Manning, come clean. If you come clean, you'll feel better about yourself and you'll get in front of the problem, blah, 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 blah.
Written in 2002 on December 10th.
But this thing happened in 1996 when Peyton Manning was a sophomore. And if you read the transcripts from the courtroom documents, because this was settled out of court. Peyton Manning's father, Archie, paid this woman off. Something like $300,000.
Wow, that's a lot to get
so that it wouldn't go to court. Because he thought, in his defense, I'm just doing devil's advocate, according to Archie Manning or whatever, things could get misconstrued and changed. And, you know, people always want a payday. And something that was innocent, like mooning a teammate and just fucking around, horseplay, could be taken to another level, you know, or whatever. How your genitals end up in a girl's face, I don't understand. But we weren't there. He could have stood up on the table, mooned them, and if you're standing up on a table, your genitals are at the height of a person's head. So it could have been, it could have been 3 feet from her face. And she's still saying, yo, he put his junk in my face.
She's probably a liar. I don't want to sound...
Well, they say that she's a whore. that she fucked a lot of guys on the team and got around town or whatever. But just even if you're very promiscuous, that don't mean that people could do the Blake Griffin like he did to his trainer and push. You know, it allegedly it's kind of like that. That's how close she was to his junk.
That's not that bad.
But they're not rehashing that because that's already confidentiality clauses and all types of things were agreed to and everything. When she accepted the money, se acabó el party. The party was over. There's nothing she could do about it. Where they fucked up, Peyton Manning and his father released a book a few years ago, and they talked about it. They talked about this girl. Yeah, by them violating the confidentiality, maybe she can now. So I don't know, but this lawsuit that's being brought up against the University of Tennessee, the lawyer for the women is saying, we're not opening up the Peyton Manning case. Stop talking about Peyton Manning. That's just an example of the kind of things that went on at the University of Tennessee over a 20-year period. So that's it. You know, the ultraviolet women's group or whatever, a prominent women's group, they try to get Roger Goodell to resign.
Really?
Yeah, back a year ago, like when it was all that things, not Deflategate, when Ray Rice, the video of Ray Rice hitting the woman, and he didn't give Ray Rice enough time off, like he gave him 2-game suspension. They wanted him to be suspended forever. Or at least half the season. When he did like a slap on the wrist for that, they were out there picketing and shit, trying to get Roger Goodell to resign. That didn't work, and I seriously doubt that this is going to work.
This is not going to work. You might as well just quit now. You know. You might as well just quit it. Like
they wouldn't be a prominent women's group if they quit every time something was hard.
Well, too bad. So sad, women. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're done. Leave.
Okay, that's something. That's all I got. That's all I got. But I want to say that soon, very soon, we will be reviewing the Deadpool movie. And I'm going to do everything in my power to bring more hip-hop to this show.
Definitely. You guys love that.
I'm going to get my hands on the Kanye album. We will talk shit about it. Good, bad, or indifferent. We will tell the true feelings, or at least my true feelings, of the album. I'm pretty sure it's going to have dope beats. Beyond that, I have no idea.
I haven't watched any reviews on it yet either because I want to be surprised for this because I want to get the full experience when I listen to the Kanye album, you know, because Kanye, I don't really like his albums. Like, you know, people claim, oh, they're good, they're this, they're that. I don't really think they're that good. College Dropout wasn't an amazing album to me. What's that album? The 2007 one with the teddy bear, and he's like flying into space. What's that album? I'm gonna pull it up because it's gonna kill me if I don't. But honestly, I don't see Kanye.
The one that had flashing lights on it.
Yeah.
The one that Cause drew the cover for.
Yes, I believe that is the one.
Jersey City's own. Well, at least he started his graffiti career.
That's the one.
In Jersey City. KAWS.
Good morning, flashing lights.
The Whiz Kids, TWK was the crew. Him and this, THIS, used to bomb and put up murals like a motherfucker. And Cause ended up doing bigger and better art. And the album cover to, what is it called? Graduation?
Graduation, yes.
He drew the cover for it.
Want me to bring it up?
Yeah, yeah. So they can know what the hell I'm talking about.
This looks actually really good now that I think about it. I know.
Obscure, very colorful.
That's why I like my things. You know I like my,
You could zoom it out a little bit somehow.
Oh, my fault.
Maybe not. But everybody knows, once you see that purple, you know what album it is. That album was dope, dog. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I don't know. I didn't really think
that album. I used to play that album when I worked at Mask Sound. Dog. Because the beginning of the album starts with "Good morning, Oh, man, I used to start my day with that shit, man.
Good morning.
That album was dope.
Good morning. All right, I can't
I
lie.
be in the show zone grooving up a storm, boy.
It was pretty good. I can't lie.
I like that album a lot. You just said it's
I like
shitty. You
I
just
didn't
said
say it
sucked.
wasn't that bad. I didn't say it was, it wasn't my favorite album.
what I'm
808
saying?
Heartbreaks was my favorite album. The one where he has that song, Never, Never Know Till It's Overload.
That's your favorite album from Kanye West?
Yup.
So we all know we won't be trusting his assessment of the album.
Woo!
But The Life of Pablo, we'll get our hands on it
Definitely get our hands on it.
ASAP. Not Rocky, just as soon as possible. And that's about it, man.
Oh, you're making puns now.
This has been another episode of The Sun and I.
It's been a pleasure, as you would say. It's been a pleasure.
It definitely has.
It's been a fun time.
Went a little sideways in the middle.
Little bit, but we brung it back because I am the steerer of the ship.
Yeah, he got his CDL.
I am not a mouse. I am not a cat. I am a puma, wild puma. Hear me roar.
Well,
all right.
Once again, and other albums that we will be covering, because on my hunt today, I did see a lot of albums that are out, and I'm like, oh shit. So I'm gonna get my hands on some Jadakiss Top 5 Dead or Alive, Future. It's called Honest.
They dropping a new album.
Dr. Dre's Compton album's a little old, but Rick Ross, Black Market. Ooh. Jeezy, Church in the Streets.
G-Eazy.
The Game, the documentary 2. I don't know why I wrote Rihanna R8. It's new. It's out. It was out and new. Rihanna. But that's what I'm saying. We're going to get some music popping. We're going to talk shit about music and artists and all that happy horse shit.
All the goodness.
It's Mr. Eye-Dee. It's Mr. Avirey Kane.
That's how we do it.
It's The Sun and I. Peace out. Why are you laughing? Why you laugh? See, I don't like...
it feels good to be king.
I don't like the glare.
That's all good. We'll fix it next episode.